So here we have a Citroen EC4 for sale. This is a late 2021, it was actually registered 8th of December 2021, it's almost a 22 vehicle, 71 plate as you can see. This is a Shine Plus, so top of the range model, it's got all the gear which I'll go through in a minute, and it's in really nice condition. And this car has only done 9,563 miles. So these cars, if you haven't seen the reviews before, they are probably the most comfortable electric car. They've got just lovely suspension, and it's also got very large wheels. These are 18-inch wheels, diamond cut alloy wheels there, but the tyres have got a decent profile still. That's 60 profile, 195/60 R18 tyres. So even though it's got large wheels, which makes it look really good, it's got good ground clearance, very comfortable. It's also very quiet as well, and they are really nice electric vehicles. So looking around the back, these don't have a rear wiper, but they have a spoiler going across the middle of the glass just like the Hyundai Ioniq, and that does a very good job of keeping the dirt off the glass there. This bit here gets dirty, but the bit you actually look out doesn't. It's also got some privacy glass on the sides and the back, and then you've got a rear camera here, you've got sensors at the back as well and at the front. Warning triangle there, little pocket down there that's got the locking wheel nut in, pocket down there, ski hatch there to load stuff through if you want to, and then you've got a false floor here which you can drop down to that lower level if you want more boot space, or you can keep it at this level and keep that flat there. And then while we're looking under here, there's the charging cable, type 2 to type 2, and this here is a tablet holder, which I'll show you where that goes in a minute at the front. I won't unpack it, but I'm sure you've seen those on other review videos as well. And then under there you can lift this carpet up, hang on, and there's actually nothing under there because there is a subwoofer on this model, because this is a Shine Plus and it's got all the toys. So as I come around this side, I'll just show you the charge flap. It's here on the rear wing, which actually is the right side if you want to use Tesla superchargers as well. And then we've got type 2 for AC charging, CCS there for DC rapid charging. I can't remember the exact charging times. I think it is 101 kilowatt DC, but anyway, I'll put it up on the screen, but all the details are on the website, as is the charging times. And then the back seat here, these have got really nice comfortable seats, leather seats, Isofix on the two outer ones, and then also got their armrest with cup holders, and I guess that's a phone holder there, 3 headrests, air vents in the back, and USB ports down there as well, pockets in the back of the seat, and it's all in really nice condition. But yeah, the seats on these are really comfortable. They've got lots of padding in them, they're very soft and squishy, and they are incredibly comfortable seats. That's what the Citroen EC4 is known for. You've got a bit of fabric there to make them look a bit more interesting. On the driver's side you've got lumbar adjustment as well, but not on the passenger side. You've got height adjustment on both of them, and they're also heated as well, of course. If you haven't noticed, it's got a heads-up display as well, so this screen comes up, and then if you've not had a heads-up display before, what it's doing is projecting information in that screen, and it's effectively putting it on the road in front of you, so you don't have to change your focus to look down to the instrument panel or the screen. So it puts your, I'm not sure whether you can see that there, are we seeing any digits? I can't quite see it through the camera. There, you can just see it coming into focus there. So it puts your current speed on there, it puts the road speed, so it reads the traffic signs and puts that up there as well. If you've got navigation running through the head unit, it will put your directions up in that as well. It doesn't if you're using Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. You've got to be using the built-in navigation, of course. And then when you're using the cruise control, it puts that information up there as well, including your distance between the car in front and all that sort of information. It's really very, very good. and it can be controlled with these controls down here if you want to change the brightness or the angle of it, or you can just turn it off and the screen disappears down into the dash. So the other unique thing about these cars is this tray here. So you have a tray that you can put stuff in. You've also then got the glove box down there as well, but you've also then got this thing, and this is the tablet holder using that cradle that's in the boot. So the passenger here can mount a tablet and have that mounted up there on the dash as well. So this car, being a Shine Plus, top of the range, is loaded with goodies, which I'll go through some of that in a minute. But here we've got a storage pocket, you've then got a little false floor, and you've got some hidden storage at the bottom there, 12 volt socket. You've also got wireless charging here, which I've got my phone charging because the light is green there. You've got USB-A, USB-C ports, you've got climate control, you've also got heated seats on both sides, and then your main infotainment system up here, you've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It's wired, so you have to go through the USB-C port there unless you buy one of those adapter boxes to convert it to wireless. Then you've got radio, you've got navigation, your climate control, so you can have it on screen, but this has got physical buttons as well, so you probably wouldn't be using the on-screen version. Your telephone, you've then got all the different vehicle settings you can adjust in here as well, and obviously there's quite a lot of stuff. It's got a lot of safety stuff as well. It's got all the safety kit you would want, but what I like about this car actually is it's quite inobtrusive. A lot of cars, particularly with the lane keep assist, people tend to just turn it off because the car's constantly fighting with you, but I find on this it doesn't. When it does kick in, it's very gentle, very soft. It doesn't snatch the steering wheel, and it actually doesn't come on very often. It's one of the better lane keep assists that I found. But when you've got it on cruise control and it's doing the semi-autonomous driving, it centres in the lane and works just fine. But when you're driving on a rural country road where there's no clear defined edge to the road and you've got overhanging grasses and that sort of thing, that's what normally upsets lane keep. It doesn't in this. It will occasionally try to sort of steer you, but it's one of the better systems out there, and I've never turned it off. Whereas a lot of cars, that's the first thing you do is turn off lane keep. But if you did want to, there is a shortcut button for it down there, which is quite handy. And then down here, this is our gear selector here, park, reverse, neutral, drive. We have a B mode on a button there, which gives you increased levels of regenerative braking. You've got your drive modes here, so you've got normal mode, sport mode, normal and eco. This here is a shortcut to all the EV information up there on the screen, and we can look at our economy, charging information. This will be your scheduled timer, and then you've got your energy flow information up there as well. So we've got a storage compartment under the armrest there, electric handbrake, and then in here we got a couple of cup holders. I've got some cut-off pipe insulation in there, which allows the coffee cups to stand a bit higher, and then you can grab them a bit easier because these are quite deep. So let's just go through some of the equipment that the Shine Plus have, and I've got the pages here out of the brochure for the 2021 model. Unfortunately though, I didn't bring my glasses, so I'm struggling to read this. But anyway, this information's all on the website. You can have a look at the brochure, it will be on there. So there are 4 models: the Sense Plus, the Shine and the Shine Plus. So this is the Shine Plus, so it is the furthest column, and it's got everything you can think of. This is all the safety equipment. It's got all the airbags, it's got the lane keep, it's got hill start assist. What else can I read down there? We've got remote locking, 2 keys. This car does come with 2 keys. This has got proximity keyless entry as well. So you don't even get the key out of your pocket. You don't even push the button on the lock. The car will just lock and unlock as you walk up to it. it's got the Safety Plus pack, so you get active safety braking, which uses video and radar assist, nighttime and cyclist protection, speed limit information, extended traffic sign recognition, driver attention alert 3 with lane departure detection and forward collision warning. And then you've got speed limiter and cruise control. And then you've just got you've got highway driver assist, which incorporates adaptive cruise control, active blind spot detection, post collision safety brake, that's the autonomous braking. This has got LED headlights up front as well, welcome and goodbye lighting, just trying to have a look down there, exterior styling, LED lighting, the coloured inserts which you saw on the outside. The suspension, it's got progressive hydraulic cushions, double hydraulic stops on front suspension and single on rear suspension, and that really does work very well. High level acoustic insulation pack, that works very well as well because this car is incredibly quiet even for an electric vehicle. Got sensors front and rear, reversing camera with top-down vision. Oh yes, that's quite good. I was going to say I'll show you, but it really only works when you've got other cars around you. But yeah, what that does is when you get close to a bollard or something, then it turns into a bird's eye view automatically up there on the screen. Works very well. Intelligent high beams. Anyway. I'm just trying to see whether anything is jumping out at me that's worth noting. Electrically heated front seats. What else have we got that other models don't have? Lots of USB ports, wireless smartphone charging. Yeah, I think that's about it. Anyway, you can look at the brochures online and see all this information. But yeah, it's top of the range, got all the gear. We've also got SOS up here, lighting, vanity mirrors on both sides. Yep. So next, let's talk about range, because that's probably the most important thing anyone wants to know when they're looking at an electric car. So this has a 50 kilowatt hour battery and about exactly 46.3 kilowatt hours of that is usable. The WLTP figure for this vehicle is 208 to 222 miles. On most electric cars, the WLTP figure isn't particularly achievable. However, on this, it is. These are a very efficient car. These do have a heat pump as well. They also have a little resistive heater, so you get instant heat, but the main heating system is a heat pump. But if you are willing to drive this a little bit more gently, then you can smash the WLTP figures on this. But as always, it depends how you're going to drive. So the real world range on this is anything from about 160 miles at worst in the winter to about 260 miles at best in the summer. So I've been driving this car for the last 6 months or so, and all that's been during the winter. And I was typically getting 4 miles per kilowatt hour on my average driving. I've done videos on the channel about this, so you can check those out if you want to. But even doing motorway driving in the winter with the heating on, doing motorway speeds, I was still getting 3.7, 3.8 miles per kilowatt hour. But obviously now that the weather's warming up and it's coming into spring and summer, then your driving efficiency is going to be much better, and the air conditioning doesn't use as much energy as the heating does. Anyway, on these cars, you can change what you see on the display using the button at the end of the stalk and setting it up in the menu system. But at the moment, we can see there I've got a predicted range of 90 miles and the battery is at 53%. Oh, and the other thing is this does have a percentage as well, whereas a lot of people think it doesn't. It's on the end of the, it's using that button on the end of the stalk, and it's having the right menu system set up. So if we go through, recent driving, 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour, 3.6, but that's just short trip driving. That's obviously got the heating on at the time because we've only just seen these temperatures in the last day or two. So I think that pretty much covers it about the car. So next, let's talk about the condition. So if you see my videos before, you know I don't hide anything. I point out every little minor stone chip, mark or scratch I can find, because most people will buy the vehicle from afar and then I'll come and deliver it to you, and I don't want any surprises, so I don't hide anything. But this vehicle is in really nice condition. It's low mileage, and it's been my car as well, so it's been looked after. So the wheels, let's start with the wheels. The wheels are all in nice condition. There is just some very minor marks on two of them, and you can't really even call it curbing. Let me just see, was it this one? Yes, there. Little chip there in the lacquer on that wheel. And then if you go round to this wheel, there's a little mark there. I think that was one of the straps when it's been strapped to the back of a truck when it was delivered. So a little mark there and tiny little chip there, but really small. And again, just tiny little mark, but you're probably not going to see that in the black there. Just a little slight scuff in the lacquer. Again, that was from a strap, I suspect, when it's been on the back of a delivery vehicle. Tyres are all in really good condition. Tyre tread depths are on the website, but they haven't done many miles. No scratching or marks on the plastic trim around the car. No dents or scratches in it at all. The windscreen is chip free. There is just a couple of little stone chips which I'm going to show you, but all very minor. The worst is that one there, which has got a dab of paint in, and there's one little one there. That's it for the front. So yeah, very nice condition. And then the other little chips just round the back where stuff's been loaded in on the boot. All of this is incredibly minor, but as I said, don't hide anything. So yes, there was a little chip there, it's got a dab of paint in. There was a tiny scratch there, again dab of paint, and there's two little marks there in the paint. Feels like the lacquer is either come off or it's stained. That almost looks like tree sap stains, but very small. But the correct touch-up stick and lacquer pot will be included with this as well, so you can touch up any future stone chips. So yes, in really good condition, this car. And while we're here, there we can see Citroen LED vision. It's got the fancy LED headlights, but the front of this car, the lower parts of the bumper and everything, is just in really good condition. No chips on there at all, which is quite unusual really. And then interior wise, just nothing to show you. Door cards are all scratch free. It's just in really nice condition. And the back, I suspect it's never been used. On the website I have got lots of pictures where you can look at the car in detail. You can look at the pictures in full screen, and you can zoom right into them as well and have a good look. And all the little chips I've pointed out, I've taken pictures of those, so you can have a good look in detail if you want. So all the information is on the website. Everything's there in terms of range, charging speeds, warranty, service history. On that front, on the servicing, this had a main dealer service a couple of months ago, and the service intervals on these is every 2 years. The car keeps locking and unlocking because I've got the key in my pocket. So this car I actually bought from a Citroen main dealer. It was their demonstration vehicle, and they were actually closing down. And then it's been my car ever since. So it's been well looked after. It's a really nice condition vehicle, as you can see. And yeah, have a look at the website for the pictures and all the other information. Here's a quick demonstration of the reversing camera. So as I come up to this lamppost here, we can then see you get this drop down view for the last few centimetres or so.